Hi, Lynn here from Destiny Fulfilled. I hope you're well today. So today's card that I pulled for the collective is the Five of Swords in reverse. So the Five of Swords, when it's upright, talks about confusion, unable to make a decision, fogginess, blocked intuition, scatteredness, all of those sorts of energies that prevent us from thinking clearly, from seeing clearly, from understanding clearly. And when it's in reverse, as it's turned out today, that to me speaks, it's a very positive card, right? It speaks of you gaining clarity around something, you understanding something, you finally, finding a way to move through a situation and make progress on something. So a very positive card for the collective today. And when we have a look at this card when it's upright, the pathway is there, right? He's just not seeing it. If he just turned around, he would see that there is a pathway to where he needs to go and what he needs to understand. And when it's reversed, that pathway is revealed, that blockage, the understanding that you need, the thoughts that you need, the knowledge that you need. So it could simply be that you didn't have enough knowledge around something. Something has been revealed that has allowed you now to process and move through that stuckness, that inability to decide, that confusion. It's allowing you to pull those scattered energies back into yourself and to be able to then make progress in a certain direction, however that feels for you. And we often find ourselves in that situation. Situations occur where you just don't quite understand what's going on. You don't quite understand what's at play here. The Five of Swords in reverse is that light bulb moment, that epiphany, that understanding, that thought that suddenly comes to you and you go, now I get it. Now I understand what's going on. You didn't have all of the information that you needed to be able to progress, and now you do, right? So a very positive card. It also speaks of, your intuition being blocked, possibly, not being open, that channel's not open between your higher self and you, so that the information that needs to come through can come through clearly. Or if it is coming through, you're not understanding it. So, getting clarity and that channel being open is what this card also suggests. It suggests that your higher self, your higher voice, that all-knowing voice within is coming through far more clearly, far more succinctly. You're truly understanding those intuitions, those symbols, the symbology that is there for you at all times, right? It's just that quite often we don't see it, we don't understand it, or if we do see it, we actually ignore it a lot of the times, right? We go, that can't make sense. So I'll just let it go and get on with my day, when quite often, it really is a way of showing us in a non-verbal way what the truth of the situation is, or which way we should go, or what action we should take, what's at play in the situation that we're dealing with. So that's a Five of Swords in reverse. So some questions to ponder or journal on today is, what helped me get from this place of confusion into a place of clarity? What helped you? What was beneficial to you? What did you do that helped you shift that energy to gain more knowledge, to whatever it was that helped you in that situation? Try and identify what that is, so that in future you can call on that more consciously. The next question that I have is, what does confusion feel like in in my body, in your body. What does it feel like? Where does it sit? How can I identify it more readily in the future? Does it sit in your gut? Does it sit in your chest? Is it all in your mind? We all experience those feelings and energies differently. Our bodies are uniquely for us, and I may feel it in my gut, you may feel it in your chest. We are all different. So try and identify how you felt that confusion in your body. And then the next question would be, how does clarity feel in your body? Where does that sit? How does it feel? What does it make you experience? Are there certain feelings that come along with clarity, as well as just that spark of clarity itself, right? The next question that I have is, what does your intuition feel like for you? Because again, we're all unique. We all feel our intuition slightly differently than anybody else. So try and identify what that feels like for you. Do you see symbols? Do you hear things? Do you see things? Do you get a certain knowing, an absolute knowing that this is the right course to take? And how does that feel in your body? How do you recognize that that is your intuition speaking to you? And the last question that we have, sorry, I'm just checking my notes. Yep. So the last question that I have is, now that I have clarity around the situation that's for you, so put in what's relevant for you there, I am now going to, so what are the actions that you're going to take around that clarity? Does that clarity and that clear thought, that understanding, those energies being pulled in so that you're more centered, how is that? What are you going to do now that you have that, now that you've passed through this period of indecision? The other thing that I just want to point out before I finish up this morning is that scattered energy, and a way for you to physically deal with that is to sit in meditation, right? I know I preach meditation quite a lot, but it really is beneficial, especially when you're feeling scattered, you can't get your thoughts together on something. Just sitting for 5 or 10 minutes in meditation, just to settle your energies down, just to settle your mind down as best you can. And I don't have a mind that is particularly quiet while I meditate. My thoughts are buzzing along all the time. They do slow down somewhat after a period of time, but they're still there all the time. And the thing with meditation is not to block those thoughts out, because that's impossible, right? Your mind is doing what your mind is doing. That's what it was designed to do. That it's designed to come up with these ideas, these thoughts, these these pictures. It's designed to come up with those. So it's actually doing what it's doing. The aim with meditation is to recognize those thoughts, but let them pass. Don't dwell on them, right? Just let them pass and come back to your breath. Come back to that centered point of peace that you're trying to achieve. It's not a battle. You don't have to battle it. You don't have to win over those thoughts. You don't have to win over your mind that's doing what it's doing. You just have to sit there in peace and let it do what it does, and then you just bring yourself back to peace. Whether you do that 10 times during your meditation, or whether you do it 1,000 times during your meditation, that's the point of meditation, is that you're actually sitting quietly, observing your thoughts, letting them go, bringing yourself back to peace, bringing those energies back into yourself. If they're scattered, you're pulling them back in, you're grounding yourself again so that you can continue forward in a more peaceful, a more balanced, a more contained, a more powerful, and in a power of strength way. So that's my thoughts on the Five of Swords in reverse for today. I hope And I don't hope, I know that you're going to have a day that is productive, peaceful, one that's based in clarity and understanding, and I hope that's a great one for you. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.